EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to... We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he spins through. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. And even 50 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 70. And the Broncos need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. The 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle they go. Hatcher. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd and 13. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards down to the 13. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's?
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw here. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He's got the first down and more. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He finds his target, Royal. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that's complete to Cooks. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Gotta go, let's go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Barlow, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Broncos had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Throwing is Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kyle Pitts, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Wide open is Watkins. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. They'll run on 1st down. Barlow, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
They go play action now. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a hit and a loose football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They go play action here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st down, Hatcher. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. He'll drop to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the Bronco defense comes up big. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson back into his end zone. It's caught left side by Cooks. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He completes it to Ridley. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner.
He's got a man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin from 21 yards away. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Wilson. This caught by Royal. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Harris. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They'll try and run for it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Completes it to Austin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw is Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Now it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Throwing is Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, it's Williams. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught by Williams for a Denver touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well,
and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make it.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Kyle Pitts.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll set up a throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But
and this is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Calvin Austin, 51 yards. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. Finding space at the 40. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 20. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 85 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fields it right around the goal line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Right back to him on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw here.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.